Tom here, Flip Anything USA. So on my blog, I share how I've built my fortune starting at 18 or 19, buying my first property, a millionaire by 28, and continue to do the same thing. It's been over 30 years. Today we're gonna do a checklist. I got Beto here with me, and we're gonna go through probably 3 of the 5 rentals that I'm selling right now. All right, so what we got here is, let's name these things, Beto. We'll call this 1, okay? So we're gonna call this rental 1, we'll call this 2, and we'll call the one across the street 3, and then we'll call the other one 4. Yeah, the one way over there. Yeah, on the other caddy corner. As your empire grows and you have a lot more property, you gotta hand off decision making. You have to, you can't not do it. Now, Beto has all my credit cards, and let's have them rake, or the landscapers take all the wood out of the grass. We did a lot of heavy tree trimming, so we have stuff like this and lots of little stuff like this. It's going to inhibit the growth of the grass, so we really need to get everything like super raked, right? So we'll get that done. You know, they'd done a garage conversion on this before I ever bought it, so we'll just paint this front door. That'll look fine. It's scuffed, it's got a dent kicked in it. It's good enough. We're not going to worry about replacing a door. This house is really a teardown probably for somebody. It's got such a gorgeous, look at this amazing, beautiful lot. It looks amazing. And then we got these lights come out, but Beto pointed out to me, yeah, these are really good quality fans, but they're just old. I mean, they are some hardy fans, so got to get them set and fixed. This house has already been painted. That, just change out the door. Do you think you can paint that, Beto?
No, we can.
All right, we got a little weird.
No, then we can fix that.
All right, so we'll paint that. Go ahead and measure this for a set of French doors or a new slider and see what you think. Maybe we'll replace it. It's just so ugly, I don't know. Maybe it's hard to put anything into a building that you think is probably going to be a tear down. So we're going to consider tearing this out or just clean it out. We already pulled all the cables and any cabling on the outside of these places. It's just not worth it. Now we got to think about this. We got this ugly light here. You know, probably a nice utility as far as lighting things up. Let's get rid of it. Let's get rid of that too. And we'll just mount a light on this little outbuilding. Okay, the other thing is we're gonna end up putting a fence around the perimeter, so you can talk to Jose about that. And we'll get 10 footers, cut them in half. We're gonna do something that complements this fence over here, but we're gonna put it all the way around this entire, it's a lot of, I mean, there must be 400 feet of fence. So we'll do that around this property, maybe more. I say just pull the screens off and we'll have it cleaned. We got a glass here needs to be replaced, Beto. You see that? Yeah. In here, yeah. Well, it smells pretty horrible, but we just got to clean this out and we got to cover that electrical box and get new switch covers and plates and things in here.
What do you want to call this thing?
Outbuilding, yeah. And you can tear off all these little hangers. If we have to, you can patch it a little bit. You got that? Well, I don't know. Okay, so we'll leave that like that. Not too much painting inside if you don't need it. Outside's already painted. You got to paint the door. I mean, if you can nail down that siding, we got a couple little gaps, nail downs on anything that looks loose. That's it for house 1. So moving forward, we're going to house 2, as we're calling it now. And we got the remnants of you haven't seen this yet, but we got a commercial building we've been remodeling. So this building here, Beto just painted. And as I said before, it's great to have a right-hand man that you've been working with for so many years. He knows what you want. I can just say, make it nice, and it'll be nice. A couple things, though, we'll talk about. That little, try to get, yeah, so remove dip. There's a little dip. You can see it here. This stuff probably bothers me than most people, but this goes up. It's because it's sagging a little bit in the middle, and the straight lines of the if you can get back here, the straight lines of the garage door highlight this little kind of a reverse eyebrow drop. So, okay, so anyways, on this one here, replace the garage door, and we're trying to keep this horizontal theme. You saw the fence here, see that fence? Everything's kind of horizontal, looks cool. We're gonna go ahead and we even got horizontal entry. That's kind of cool. In the doorway, there's this siding on the inside, again, the way it runs. like the horizon. So we're gonna go ahead and replace this front door, right, Beto?
Yeah.
He's already found some cool stuff. We're gonna replace that front door that has a couple of horizontal windows in it. And then to the left, we'll replace that glass there on the left. And, you know, either go frosted or maybe you can get we can have a piece of glass that's frosted, a couple of, so it, you know, obstructs looking in. So we're gonna do a nice treatment on that front door. And then we're gonna get a garage door here that's gonna complement that horizontal look. He's found one that is, you go ahead and describe it, Beto.
The horizontal, the slats on it, and then on the side, on the right side, it has 4 pieces of glass that are going to match the same design that we're using on the front door
So they're
and on the side light. Yeah.
So they're wider than they are tall, all of them. Yeah, okay. So that'll look cool. That'll look great. Also, have Jose give us a figure on capping this concrete here. Just, we're gonna go flush to the front door because it's right now, there's a step. We'll just go flush. We'll go right over the top of this and figure halfway between your tire and the front door. We'll saw cut it and pour concrete from that saw cut all the way to that, well, you're gonna have to go down. You'll have to dip down and meet the new height of this, and then from there, go up to that. So that'll be a tear out, and then half of this will be a tear out. Get a figure on redoing the driveway, and then we'll decide whether or not we're gonna do it. And the other thing, Beto, is I wanna do something over here. We got this cool driveway that will accommodate an RV access or a boat or whatever. Don't want to spend too much, but I want it to look cool. So we can get this concrete exposed that we have here. And if it's decent, that'd be great. And so what we'll do, let's just plan on either, if we're pouring concrete over there, we can pour 2 strips maybe, you know, so that the cars will take it. Or maybe what we can do is have them just run sand. Shit, I don't know what to do. I was actually thinking about laying down. Yeah, they have these, you know, the squares that have a design in them, and let grass grow through it. It'll just mow. But something to complement the house one way or another, or just pour a slab, one or the other. Maybe just pour a slab. So let's get a figure on that too. Just pour a slab to the gate all the way to this entry, and then we're not gonna do any fence treatments beyond what we've already done on this one. All right, so now we're gonna go to house 3 of 5. That's this 2-story. You see me walking toward right there somewhere. So on this one, I'm not sold on that country style fence. We want the fence to not match the fence across the street, but we still want to do a nice little fence treatment because, I mean, this is a huge lot. Here's the front, right? Goes all the way, runs all the way down there, around the corner, and way back around. It's almost as big as this lot behind me, which is also gorgeous. But we're gonna do that. Oh, new mailbox. Put new mailbox on here. And actually, it's funny. So I sold this house last year. I saw the guy that came out. I didn't know if he was the buyer or not. I asked him. He said he's not. He rents it. But he told me that the people I sold that to, they're actually going to build a brand new home there. But he also complimented us on our horizontal fence. He really liked the look of that. So that was kind of nice to hear. Okay, so back to this. A fence treatment all the way around. We'll figure it out. But something different. But I don't know about the cedar post stuff. Yeah, maybe we can get these, have Jose. Yeah, rip the stumps out. And then this here, when we do the fence, let's do match it, but not see through it, and paint the tank. Clean this up, garage doors. Yeah, this one's okay. So go ahead and get a new door to match the existing one. We replaced this one a couple years ago, and we'll match them. I guess leave this for now. If we end up getting a tractor out here, we'll go ahead and rip it up. Then I gotta haul it away, but anyways, maybe we'll just leave it. Oh, the cabling. Let's cut all this cable, all this exterior cable stuff that was for TVs. Let's pull all the cabling off. Just makes the house ugly. Everybody's kind of Wi-Fiing it now anyways, so it's not necessary. We got a broken spindle, baluster, so we gotta do something with that. Yeah, we're looking at that little baluster up there. Oh, we got a big piece of glass we need to get.
That wasn't there the other day.
Shit. Great. So, oh, he took it out of the house. All right, get rid of the glass. The table and chairs inside there I want to move. I want to keep those. They can go to the shop. Of course, paint job, and I talked to CertaPro painters. That's also one of my new neighbors, CertaPro. They're a big, you know, this guy's got a franchise. I told him he'd give us a figure on a few of these houses. So yeah, repaint everything. And the back door looks fine. Oh, you know what we didn't talk about? I want to go ahead and put new external lights on all that stuff that we just walked. and including this. Something, I mean, something different than what we got. Something that the outside stuff on the driveway, I want it to be activate off cars coming in, and you know, maybe, yeah, or you know, or we can just put a porch light here, something decent looking. And I don't know what's on the garage, but go ahead and plan on putting some on the garage light as well. Oh man, it's a shame because you can see where nails, when they roof this house, you'll see all these little marks where the nails just poke through enough to screw up the underside. Oh man, we got a huge bee. Huh. There's a huge, it's not active anymore, but there's a huge wasp nest right up here. So we can scrape all that out too.
That'll come down when we pressure wash the house.
Yeah, actually here's an old one here. A lot of wasps. So, yeah, the front door's fine. We'll just clean it up, power wash the sidewalk. This is actually, the inside of this house is way nicer than I remembered. And so it's not going to be much of painting either because there's so much rock. So I guess they might as well, if they can, they might as well power wash the rock a little bit. And see, we have there was vines. Vines grow like crazy if you let them get out of hand. You can see that there's vines that grew in behind the screen. Okay, and you see this stuff here? That's what we're talking about. They latch onto the rock, they suck the moisture out of the rock, and they live and they climb and they grow. And all this is a result of vines, and you can even see it's infiltrated the window. So power wash on this, and yeah, there's another wasp nest right there. It's not active. Again, you can see. We'll get rid of all that stuff. And I already said paint the propane tank. You can get rid of all this weird stuff here. Yeah, that ought to do it, I think. And again, just power wash the driveway. And you can paint this tank like you did that last one. Remember, it was kind of a light beige with a red cap. That looked pretty sharp. Or you can make it a brown cap, make it a little more mellow. Oh, okay, yeah, there is a light over here. So it's not a very good one, but.
No, we'll replace it with the LED, and it'll have like 2 or 3.
Yeah, we'll put something decent. Yeah, probably ought to have one really right between them doors. All right. Well, we might as well, let's run over and we'll look at the last house. Well, not the last house in this neighborhood, house 4. We're going to walk through this real quick so we understand each other. We're going to give it a new paint job and find something nice. It's almost like a pink stone, so I'm not bad with keeping with the colors that we got, but you know, if you got any ideas, let me know. We're going to pull all the cables off the exterior. You see all this cable stuff hanging. For the TVs, we just cut all that stuff out and plug the holes now. Of course, this has already been prepped for paint. That's why I showed this a while back. So all the chip paint, all this stuff's been power washed off and scraped off. And that's why you see all the bare spots that you see here. So we're gonna paint this place. This one here, Beto, I think just keep the front door, right? I mean, it's kind of a weird little hole, to be honest. It's not much of an entry, but so we'll leave it. And the lights are probably okay, just need to be cleaned up a little bit. Yeah, I think they're okay too, actually. Unless you find something really cool when you're looking at the other houses, we can consider replacing those. And again, the roof is decent on this place. Oh, I forget, yeah, it's kind of a reddish brown. Keep that in mind. And the doors, I like the doors, they're heavy, they're wood. They're not perfect, but I think we can clean these up. What do you think?
If you want to rehab them, yeah, we can.
I mean, I guess when you get a price on doors, if the new doors are not that expensive, we can replace them. But again, all this kind of crap we'll get rid of. The fences I just had kind of repaired here. They're kind of ugly. You know what? This light is kind of funky too. Let's get rid of that light. I can see it's plugged in. That's kind of weird. See it?
Oh, yeah. We'll get rid of it and we'll just put another one somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, I see a spot where there was a light already there in the middle between the two. Yeah, there's one. It's there. It's right there. You see it. We don't have to add it. That way we just go right where this other light already is. Anyways. Okay, of course, this is one of my favorite properties. It's huge. It's just enormous. Look at this backyard. Part of it's because they moved the house so far to the front. Again, the doors look fine. They just got to be cleaned up and painted. Really not much to do on this place. I really am happy for that. I think the blinds are all decent too inside. I think we'll just leave that out there. I don't think we need to paint that, but if you feel like painting the trim will make it look better, you can paint. Yeah, this is ugly.
Yeah. Water puddles up here a little bit.
Yeah, let's get a figure on pouring concrete patio and pouring it all the way to that gate.
All the way to the gate.
Gate to the driveway.
How far out do you think?
Well, just tear this rock. We'll tear all this rock out. It looks like hell. Let's pretty much go whole thing. Just get a,
To the corner?
yeah, just do the whole thing. All, wherever there's rock, figure slab. So this, we're gonna get a figure for this just to all be concrete. I'll decide that out later. I just want these houses to be nice. I don't want to spend money I don't need to spend, but at the same time, I want people to come back in the backyard. I don't want to be turned off by this ugly mess. And a nice clean slab, they'll picture themselves barbecuing and that. I might even stage it as such. I got a couple old barbecues, get one that's cleaned up, put it out here. But yeah, this is an amazing lot. I mean, you don't even need much of imagination to see what the options are here. You know, maybe when you find a color for, you know, you can paint these kind of such to match. But yeah, this is an easy one. So yeah, we'll just tag this onto the other. So this will be the 4 of the, yeah, number 4. 4 of the 5 houses we will have concluded, because these 4 are all in the same neighborhood. So anyhow, that's it. Flip Anything USA. Be sure to buy my book, get my book. It's $10. You can make $1 million with my book, or you can spend $10,000, $20,000 on a seminar, and they won't even teach you as much. But you can get that on Amazon and Kindle. And recommend the digital one because you can just simply go to videos that I have that are related to that topic. Please share and subscribe. Please like the videos. Join the channel. If I can help you, if you get in a pinch, you can text me or email me. Not text me, email me. And but get my book because it'll answer most of your questions. Anyways, thanks a lot. Flip Anything.